Police called a press briefing of Hizb ut-Tahrir Bangladesh. Law enforcers barricaded their chief's house. Some 20 million people in Bangladesh could be affected by adverse effects of climate, says Prime Minister. The government is a failure in the field of law and discipline, claims BNP Joint Secretary Gulshar Chandra Rai. Those were the headlines of RTV, and I'm Zakir Hussain with the details. Police on Friday followed a press briefing called by Chief Coordinator of Hizb ut-Tahrir Bangladesh a day after the government banned all kinds of activities of the party. Mohiuddin Ahmed, Chief Coordinator of Hizb ut-Tahrir Bangladesh and also a teacher of Institute of Business Administration of Dhaka University, called a press briefing at his IBA quarter residence at Green Road at about 11 a.m. following the ban imposed on his party. Law enforcers entered the house of Mohiuddin within 2 or 3 minutes after he started reading a written speech before the journalists and resisted him from holding the briefing. Police said they followed the briefing since the government banned all kinds of activities of Hizb ut-Tahrir in Bangladesh. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina spoke of the need for urgent action on climate change with their Swedish counterpart Fredrik Reinfeldt in Stockholm on Thursday, securing a climate fund pledge. Reinfeldt responded to Hasina's concerns, saying Sweden would propose an adaptation fund of 5 to 7 billion euros for nations most at risk from global warming at the upcoming climate talks at Copenhagen in December. Hasina said some 20 million people in Bangladesh could be affected by the adverse effects of climate change, and world leaders must rethink the threat to South Asia from global warming. Hasina also met with European Commission Chief Jose Manuel Barroso on Thursday. The Rapid Action Battalion on Thursday had severely tortured New Age staff correspondent F.M. Masoom, keeping him in detention at the RAP 10 headquarters at Dhalpur in Dhaka for about 8.5 hours. The battalion picked Masoom up for his rented house at Jatrabari in Dhaka at noon and severely tortured him in public. Masoom was, however, released at about 10:30 p.m. reportedly after repeated interventions of the Home Minister and the Home Secretary, and he needed to be rushed into the Dhaka Medical College Hospital for treatment. Torturing him in public on the spot, the battalion men rubbed salt in wounds and took him to the RAP 10 headquarters at Dhalpur. BNP Joint Secretary Gulshar Chandra Rai has strongly criticized the government for its failure in the field of law and discipline. Addressing in a press conference at his office, BNP leader said the law situation is getting out of control day by day, mentioning the latest bomb attack on Awami League MP Barrister Fazlin Nur Taposh on 21st of October. He also informed that all the problems and confusions in the district and Thana BNP committee will be solved by next Monday. Nobody wants to admit his fault while he is in power, he added. A magistrate on Friday gave the police 8 days to interrogate Kamrul Haq Shapon, the brother of self-confessed killer Shariful Haq Dalim and Abdul Rahim, arrested on Thursday in connection with Wednesday's bomb attack on Awami League MP Sheikh Fazlin Nur Taposh. Magistrate AGM Al Masood of the Dhaka Chief Metropolitan Magistrates Court granted the remand after police appealed for 10 days to question them in custody. Rahim is a worker of the Freedom Party, which was founded, among others, by death convict in Bangabandhu murder trial dismissed Lieutenant Colonel Syed Farooq Rahman. A memorial anthology of 72 select writings was published on Friday, marking the 80th birth anniversary of eminent Bengali poet Shamsur Rahman. National Professor Kabir Chaudhary launched the memorial anthology in the morning at his residence in Ghazi Bhavan in Palton in the capital. The Dhaka 300 anthology has been enriched by contributions from Syed Shamsul Haq, Sunil Gangopadhyay, William Radis, Sirajul Islam Chaudhary, Abdul Ghaffar Chaudhary, Muntasir Mamun, and other eminent writers. Shamsur Rahman was born on October 23, 1929 in Mahudtuli in the city and passed away on August 17, 2006. Working as a journalist for many years, Rahman wrote profusely throughout his life, turning out illustrations, volumes of short stories, novels, as well as translated works. Now, a short break. Please do stay with us. Welcome back to RTV News. I'm Zakir Hussain. 4 people were killed in separate road accidents in Faridpur and Mamashing on Friday. An ambulance rammed into a rickshaw van at Karakanta in Bhangra Upazila at Faridpur at about 3 a.m., leaving 2 passengers dead on the spot. The deceased were identified as Sirajul Islam and Shahinur. On information, police recovered the body and sent those to Faridpur Medical College Hospital for autopsy. On the other hand, 2 people were killed and another was injured as a pickup hit a tree at Chaurkai in Sadr Upazila on Dhaka Mamashing Highway this morning. The deceased could not be identified immediately. Police recovered the decomposed body of a 6-year-old girl from a slum at Nayanagar in city's Bada area early Friday, 3 days after her abduction. The dead was identified as Moni, a resident of Nayanagar. As per the statement of a woman arrested earlier, police raided her house at Coca-Cola slum at about 2 a.m. and found the decomposed body of Moni under a bed. Officer in charge of Badda police station, Qazi Wazid Ali, told the Daily Star Moni went missing on Tuesday on her way home from school. Now, international news. A bomb attack in the northwestern Pakistani city of Peshawar has wounded at least 8 people, police said. The explosion occurred in the parking area of a restaurant. It was the first attack in Peshawar since Pakistan launched an attack against militants in the nearly troubled region of South Waziristan. The explosion came hours after a suicide bomber killed 6 people near an Air Force facility near the capital, Islamabad, amid rising violence. Attacks in Pakistani cities have killed nearly 180 people in October alone. A strong earthquake centered in the towering Hindu Kush Mountains shook a wide area of eastern Afghanistan and Pakistan early Friday, swaying buildings in the Afghan and Pakistani capitals. There were no initial reports of damage or casualties from the quake that struck. However, the tremor was centered in a remote mountain area where communications are poor and reports of casualties take time to reach the capital. The earthquake had a preliminary magnitude of 6.2 and was centered in the mountains about 167 miles northeast of Kabul and 140 miles west of Mingora, Pakistan, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. He said the largest quake recorded in that area was 7.8 on March 14, 1965. Let's move on to sports. RTV arranged a one-day inter-department cricket tournament at Sher Bangla Hockey Stadium today. Chief Executive Officer of RTV M. Hamid inaugurated the tournament. 4 teams participated in the match. They are Late Breaking, D-Focus, NG11 and Bat Signal. In the final, Bat Signal beat NG11 by 18 runs. Topu is selected man of the series. RTV Chairman Alhaj Morshid Alam is delivering speech and giving away prizes among the winners. The chairman mentioned that this type of competition will continue in future. Members of RTV family enjoyed the tournament whole day. Before I conclude, the headlines are once again. Police followed a press briefing of Hizbut Tahrir Bangladesh. Law enforcement barricaded their chief's house. Some 20 million people in Bangladesh could be affected by adverse effects of climate, says Prime Minister. The government is a failure in the field of law and discipline, claims BNP Joint Secretary Gaishwar Chandra Rai. That's all from our newsroom. Until now, our next news bulletin is in Bangla at 8:30 p.m. Do stay with us.